One thing I learned in college is that it is never too early to start preparing. And that's what we're going to do in this video, in this ultimate prep guide for Beyond Light. Now, Beyond Light is not coming out until November, and we have plenty of time. So plenty of things to do, and some things you may have not have thought of that you probably should be doing on a daily basis. If you're playing the game, or if you casually play the game, some things that you definitely want to get done this summer, and as you just play the game regularly. So if you enjoy this video, a like rating is very much appreciated. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I want to earn you a subscription. I upload daily Destiny 2 content, and I stream live right here on YouTube. If you want to further support the channel and join an amazing Destiny 2 Mesa Army community over on Discord, click the link in the description. And also the channel members who are a part of this community created their own clan. Well, multiple clans. It's about 530 people in there now. PC, Xbox, and PS4. They set it up. They run it. Click join if you'd like to be a part of it. Let's get into the video. First thing you want to do is you want to start hoarding bounties. No, I'm totally kidding. Yeah, Bungie is supposedly moving away from the whole bounty system where like your weekly bounties that we all would hoard, giving you 12,000 XP. That's not going to work anymore. Now, we don't know the exact numbers or anything like that, but more than likely they're going to move to some sort of like activity-based things where you get XYZ done, complete certain activities, and you will get a certain amount of XP, and that's how they want us to play the game, because everyone is so sick and tired of bounties, and yeah, more bounties. It's like Bounty Simulator 2020. The first thing that I'm going to suggest is pretty obvious, and that's going to abuse the Umbral engram system, the Umbral engram focusing on a number of things. You want to go to light.gg and you want to look up all the different weapons that you'll be able to use for a majority of Year 4. And that means it has a power limit of 1360. You want to buy some trace overrides from the recaster and also go to the bottom and focus some engrams to get stat rolls on armor. Remember, we could just put ornaments on any of this armor anyway if you don't like the way it looks. But you want to get those stat rolls going into Year 4, and it will be infusible up to 1360. Now, one of the cool things about light.gg is when you're looking at all the different weapons to focus your engrams on, it's going to tell you what are the preferred perks, or what are the perks you might want for PvE or for PvP. So just come in here, focus your engrams to get stat rolls on armor, and then also try to get all of the weapons with the best rolls that you think you like for Year 4. Also, when you're by the recaster, channel members pointed out to me last week on stream, go see the Drifter Mesa fail, because I am ranked up in Gambit. I love Gambit. No one else does, but he does have a version of the Bad Omens that's curated and is infusible up to 1360 power. You've got tracking, you've got cluster bombs, and I know a lot of people don't like rocket launchers. I do. I use my Heretic all the time, and this thing is very, very similar to the Heretic, which is from Altars of Sorrow, the curated version, except it's got tracking on it. Pretty similar stats in terms of blast radius and also velocity, so I definitely would grab this. Another thing, look, the Drifter is part of the storyline that's coming in Year 4. Gambit might still be prominent. More than likely, they're going to ditch old school Gambit and keep Gambit Prime, and it could be an activity that we have to do every week to get certain things. So you might want to do the Reckoning with some friends, or I know randoms, it's hard to get in there, but farm out the armor sets with all of the perks in it. So this way, if Gambit is a part of Year 4 or a big part of it, you've got the armor sets for whatever you want to do. If you're a collector, invader, whatever. One thing I would 100% do this summer is get all of your masterwork weapons that you need to finish the catalysts on. Get that done in the Castellum. We are losing the Leviathan, as well as a host of destinations. I will cover that in a little bit here. And also we need to talk about the exotics, or the exotic quests that come from those destinations. I have a theory on what Bungie may do, but we'll get into that later. I find the Castellum the best place to get catalysts knocked out, okay? I know people like to use the Whisper of the Worm mission, but frankly, I don't like having a timer. I don't like jumping. I like coming in here, throwing on mods for whatever weapon type I need so I never run out of ammo. And yeah, like the other night when I made that video on the top 5 or 6 best underrated exotic weapons, I like Prometheus Lens and Sweet Business so much I came in right after I recorded it and I knocked out the catalyst for Prometheus Lens and Sweet Business real quick, and that's what I would suggest you do this summer. Let's talk about materials now. Shout out to Del Stewart, longtime channel member and big time prepper. This guy's no joke, but he brought up a really good point. So you can only hold 50 enhancement prisms and 10 ascendant shards in your inventory across all 3 characters, and you're going to need those come November. So what he suggests is this. Do the pit on the moon, get a checkpoint, kill the boss. When you kill the boss, you get a masterwork piece of armor, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to take that piece of armor and not break it down, not infuse it. You're going to put it in your vault. And then come November, as you're needing enhancement prisms, you're going to start breaking them down and get those materials, enhancement prisms that you need. Next up, you want to go clean out your vault. And I know that's obvious, and I know it's painful as well, because I did it about 2 weeks ago, and I was sad to see a lot of things go. Why did I have that blue there? Anyway, it relates to materials, because I found that a lot of the things I had in there were masterworked. And when I broke them down, I got a boatload of enhancement cores, which of course you need enhancement cores, and you're going to need them going into year 4. But you want to clear out your vault, and like I said before, take those pit armor pieces and stick them in here and wait until November for when you need some more enhancement prisms. You don't have to buy them from Banshee, and you don't have to get them from the Nightfalls, but we're going to talk about Nightfalls because you want to farm the heck out of Nightfalls this summer. Perfect segue into Nightfalls, so let's talk about them. If it's an easy week, okay, and that is debatable, let me know in the comment section. What are your favorite Nightfalls, or what do you consider an easy week to farm? You want to farm the living heck out of these. Now, you could be Mr. YOLO Swag MLG PvE Pro and do the Grandmaster and just farm it over and over and get those Ascendant Shards and also get some exotic gear, hopefully with some good stat rolls. If you have a good fire team, just do the 1080s or the 1050s. And for myself, when I'm solo a lot, and I play really late at night, so I'm usually by myself, I'll just do the 1020s over and over, okay? Especially if it's an easy week, okay? And yeah, okay, you have a chance of getting prisms, but usually it's just enhancement cores. But that's fine because that's going to lead into our discussion of Banshee. But yeah, Nightfalls, you want to farm the living heck out of them for as many Ascendant Shards, enhancement prisms. But eventually, if you keep farming them, you're going to get to that cap where you can't hold anymore. Because remember, you can only hold 50 enhancement prisms and 10 Ascendant Shards. So might be an opportunity to masterwork some of your favorite gear, exotic, or even some of your armor pieces that are legendary that have really good stat rolls. If you don't care about Bright Dust, I would buy a bunch of these things here, the Matter Gems, okay? I always call them Mattergrams anyway. I personally, I like these because you get, well, upgrade modules, and then from there, I don't actually have to worry about going to Banshee and spending valuable materials, and we're going to talk about Banshee and we're going to talk about materials right now. So let's go see Banshee. Now, with regards to Banshee, please correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I know when you complete the weekly milestone, you can get armor. I could have sworn, and please correct me in the comment section, okay? I could have sworn that I have gotten armor by simply cashing in Gunsmith materials. Someone in my channel member Discord did say that once you complete the weekly bounties and you start cashing in Gunsmith materials, he does have a chance to drop armor. And I think that's what happened to me, because I could have sworn once or twice I was cashing in Gunsmith materials to get weapons, and what did I get? I got a couple of pieces of armor. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I think I'm right though. If you need mod components, well, obviously do the bounties. What you want to pay attention to is what destination materials does he require to buy upgrade modules, enhancement prisms, and also ascendant shards. Because one of the things I'm going to recommend is going to be spending all of the materials of the destinations that are going away. I'm going to recommend it now. I mean, who knows, Bungie may come out with something that we needed for the Traveler's Chosen exotic quest. So, you know, actually, hold off until we get the exotic quest. But right here, he's selling upgrade modules for helium filaments and Barian bows. Okay, well, 2 destinations that are not going away. So today would be a day I would not buy upgrade modules. Well, same thing with the Ascendant Shard. It's using the material from Nessus. If you have an excess of Leviathan tokens, you might as well just cash them in. Remember, the armor from Leviathan and Eater of Worlds, well, that's going to be for year 4. It has the little pyramid icon on it, and it's infusible up to 1360, which means it will be usable for a majority of year 4. So something you might want to do. Let's talk about mods and also some other loot sources here. So the Last Wish, well, you could put in codes and transport to different encounters. So the first one is Shirochi. Now what I would do is just pause your screen right now and you've got the code right there, or it's available anywhere on the internet. From there, you can just backtrack and make your way to the chest. And from there, well, you can get not only pieces of armor, you can get random rolled Last Wish weapons, and also you can get mods that are related to the Taken. I would recommend not doing this solo. Entering in that stupid code is really annoying. So you get someone in there, they sit there and wait, you collect the chest 3 times, and then you become fire team leader and then have them joining you 3 times. But you got to do it quick because we did find there was a timeout, and then we had to fly back in, put in the code together, and it was easy. So if you have 3 people, try to do it like that. It's going to be much easier. And the weapons and armor, they're obviously going to be useful in year 4 because they've got the 1360 power cap on them. I would highly recommend farming as many Vanguard and Crucible tokens as much as possible. And also, you might consider buying those boons of the Vanguard if you have a lot of legendary shards. These are going to come in very, very handy when you're trying to get your power level up to fill in the gaps. Like you'll do some milestones, you'll do a few powerful things, and then if Zavala or Shax are, well, dropping things at a certain power level, well, then you could use Shax or Zavala to fill in those gaps. You want to follow at Vendor Engrams on Twitter because that Twitter account will always tweet out who is who is dropping gear at your current power level. There's also a number of mods that you might want to consider getting before the November DLC drops, and some of them are Hive mods, but a bunch of them are Fallen mods and may come in handy come this November. So the Menagerie on Heroic or Normal can drop some Hive mods, okay? But then the Scourge of the Past, now even though Earth is, well, the European Dead Zone's not going away, Scourge of the Past is going away. So during the Sparrow section, there's like 6 switches you have to get. You can get a chest there, and then from there you can, well, you have a chance at getting some Fallen mods. So if you're into mod collecting, go for it. I mean, I don't put a high emphasis on it because I find most of the time I almost never used any of these except when I was in the Leviathan raid. But other than that, if you're looking to complete your collection, I would get on it before these raids and the Menagerie are gone. Let's talk about the Spider. The Tangled Shore is staying, so he's more than likely going to be a vendor selling the same stuff. Every day I like to go in and I buy 2 enhancement cores for legendary shards, and I stop right there. Now, you want to carefully look at what he's selling for legendary shards, or even Glimmer if you're loaded up on Glimmer. You want to use, well, I use Destiny Item Manager, and Destiny Item Manager, it's a Google Chrome extension, but also they just have a website you can go to. Well, it'll show you every day, so you don't have to log into the game, and see what he's selling and what for. I personally, I would load up on the destinations that, well, that are staying. So here I am buying some Barian Bow, also some Etheric Spirals. We got the Data Lettuce, as I call it. But I'm not going to buy the one right to the left of it, and I forgot even what it's called. The one from Titan because, well, Titan is going away. So one suggestion is you can blow all of the Titan materials that you have over on Sloan and see if she'll give you some legendary gear that you could break down for legendary shards. But right now, I'm going to say, you know what, for safety, hold on to the destination materials for now, because what if with the Traveler's Chosen quest, even though we've gone over it, what if you need to donate things in the evacuation exotic quest? We don't know just yet. So we're going to be losing a bunch of destinations and also activities. So there's a number of exotics, and I don't want to make this video too long, so let's try to burn through them. I would try to get these exotic quests done or go for the catalysts if you really want them this summer. More than likely, my theory is, one, Bungie might have us use those exotic ciphers like they recently introduced, where you could go to the Cryptarch to either cash them in for previous season exotics, or you can go to Xur and buy an extra exotic engram. So let's burn through this list here. So Scourge of the Past will drop Anarchy, and they've increased the drop rates. The more you do it, the more chance you have of getting it. Crown of Sorrow, you've got the Tarabah, that's a submachine gun. The Leviathan, you've got the Legend of Acrius. Also, the Prestige can drop the Catalyst, and also you can get the Catalyst for Skyburner's Oath. Eater of Worlds, actually, the secret chest, Prestige, can drop you the Telesto Catalyst, if that's your thing. Spire of Stars, you can get the Catalyst for the Sleeper Simulant. Now, we have no idea what's going on with the Forges. Well, we'll just have to see, because right now, Izanagi's burden is tied to the Forges. So we're going to have to see what they do with that. But again, I think all of this will revolve around the exotic cipher. Some other exotic weapons that have quests, well, they involve destinations that are going away. Let's talk about Mars. We have Polaris Lance. Mines, Lumino, World Line Zero, Sleeper Simulant. So some of these will kick off on Mars. If not, they involve a quest step that you have to go to Mars. Same thing with Titan. We've got more. We've got Rat King, Last Word, Outbreak Perfected, Thorn, Ace of Spades. Tribute Hall is going away. Tribute Hall is where you've got the bed Juju quest. And of course, Io, well, Io is where we have the Whisper of the Worm quest. And I'm going to be so sad to see that go away because I think it's a beautiful experience to go in and do the Whisper of the Worm mission. One last pro tip, I think you should load up on the Dusklight shards from the European Dead Zone, which you turn into Devrim K. Reason being is kind of the same premise. We know the European Dead Zone's not going away. And also it's the same premise as the Crucible tokens and also the Vanguard tokens, and that it will help you having a stack of those things in terms of your power leveling and getting legendary gear for either infusion or just to slap on and get your power level up, okay? And remember, follow that at vendor engrams over on Twitter to know at any point when that particular vendor is dropping items at your power level. That's gonna do it for the video, guys. Leave me a hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end, and do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean, follow me on Instagram Mesa_Sean, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.